She used to tell me I was her everything, her rock, her soulmate, the one person she couldn't live without. We built a life together, a home filled with laughter and promises of forever. I believed every word, every look, every touch. For 10 years, I was living in what I thought was a perfect marriage. But a single text message, a name I didn't recognize popping up late at night, was the tiny crack that would eventually shatter my entire world. I remember asking her about it. My heart was pounding, but I tried to stay calm. "Who's Mark?" I asked, holding up her phone. The panic in her eyes was instant, but she covered it quickly with a forced laugh. "Oh, just a guy from work," she said, snatching the phone back. "We're just working on a project." It was a lie. I knew it deep down. It was the first of many lies that started to unravel the life I thought I knew. The late nights at the office became more frequent. The business trips she never mentioned before started popping up. The emotional distance between us grew into a vast, silent canyon. I was no longer her confidant. I was an obstacle. I started to feel like a ghost in my own home, watching the woman I loved transform into a stranger. I tried talking to her, begging her to tell me what was wrong, but my pleas were met with cold defensiveness and accusations that I was being paranoid. The paranoia, as she called it, drove me to do something I never thought I would. I looked through her phone records, and there it was, in black and white. Hundreds of calls and texts to Mark, not just during work hours, but late at night, on weekends, during times she told me she was with her friends. The pain was physical, felt like a punch to the gut, knocking all the air out of my lungs. The woman who said I was her, everything had been giving parts of herself to someone else. Confronting her with the evidence was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. The lies finally stopped, replaced by a tearful, hollow confession. She said it just happened that she was confused. But her words were meaningless. The trust, the very foundation of our relationship, was gone, completely obliterated. How could I ever look at her the same way? How could forever just disappear overnight? The days and weeks that followed were a blur of anger, heartbreak, and confusion. It's a lonely road, rebuilding your life from the ashes of betrayal. It's hard not to blame yourself, to wonder what you did wrong, what you could have done differently. But the truth is, her choice was never a reflection of my worth. It was a reflection of her own issues. For anyone going through something similar, please know you are not alone. The pain feels all-consuming now, but it won't last forever. Seek support from friends, family, or a professional therapist. Talking about it is the first step toward healing. It ain't a long journey, but you will find your strength again. You will learn to trust again, starting with trusting yourself. The belief that she was my everything was shattered, but in its place, I'm slowly building a new belief that I am enough, all on my own. Thank you for listening to my story. If this resonated with you, please consider subscribing for more content on healing and moving forward. You've got this.